Talk UK, Pro Beez. Once again out in Saudi, active, representing London. I'm joined by an American, world-renowned trainer, John David Jackson. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Excuse my coarse voice. I've not been drinking my tea in London. You know, I've come out here. I expected a lot of heat, but it's quite mild and calm and chilled. How are you finding it out here?
It's nice, you know. It's a little bit colder than I expected, like you. But the people are friendly. We're still in the venue, and that's where we're staying at. So they've been real hospitable to us. So it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. We last caught up in London town, and you was joined by Carissa Shields. You were helping out Hannah Rankin prepare for a world title fight at the time.
Yes.
How was the experience in London?
It was nice. Every time I've been in London, it's been a great experience for me. That one, it was kind of chilling. It wasn't bad. The work was good. It was something that Hannah needed. Unfortunately, she didn't fare well in her last fight, but it was good work for her. And you know, Carissa loved it because it gave me a chance just to work.
So your fighter is on the massive bill, Clash on the Dunes in Saudi. Majidov versus Tom Little.
Yes.
Tom Little, I know him quite well. He's been about the domestic scene for a long time.
Yes.
Can box. He can really box. You know what I mean? He can move about the ring. But tell us a bit about Majidov, your fighter.
Yeah, Majidov is a three-time world amateur champion. Beat Joshua in the amateurs. Very round schooled amateur kid. Now we're trying to make the transition from amateur to professional. It's not bad. With his amateur background, it allows him to make the transition somewhat easier. Still small things that need to be worked on, but hopefully we'll get all that smoothed out, all the rough bumps, get it smoothed out. And you know, with his opponent here, Tom Little, it's a durable, what you would call trial horse fighter. He's been around the block a while, so I guess it's a measuring stick of how well we've done in the second pro fight. So we'll see. It should be an interesting, entertaining fight, but Majidov should be victorious.
Now, you mentioned that you beat Anthony Joshua in the amateurs quite a long while back.
Yes.
Is that what sort of attracted you to take him on your books, to training, to become professional?
Actually not. You know, I've been training Majidov off and on since 2011. And he was knocking out a lot of the U.S. heavyweight boxers, professional fighters, in the gym back in Florida. So I knew back then that he could be something special. It's just that amateurly, they were making so much, I guess, so great money that it was hard for me to really turn pro and turn that money down. The government would pay them, and I understood that. I wish he turned pro back then, but now we just have to go on the fast track to get him where he needs to get get a shot at the title.
Andy Ruiz gets the opportunity to show that it wasn't a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Everybody has their opinion. I mean, there's been a lot of blame on the trainers in particular. You're a trainer yourself, you know, you manage a lot of world champions. What is it like, you know, after a fight to receive such criticism when your fighter loses a title?
Well, it's bad criticism if you trained your fighter properly and he wasn't able to capitalize on the things you're showing him. This fight here, I wouldn't so much say it's the trainers. I think it's the fighter. Mentally, he didn't look like he was there. I think that, and maybe the trainers also, but I think he misjudged Ruiz the first time. Kind of underestimated him. Didn't really give him, you know, anybody in boxing really knew that Ruiz could fight. He always could fight. He just maybe didn't look the part physically. So I think Joshua kind of underestimated him and just kind of sold him kind of short. And I think mentally he wasn't there. Physically, he's always there, but mentally I think he just wasn't there. So to me, it's like we talked earlier, I think it depends on how come Joshua comes prepared mentally for this fight. What happens when he gets hit by a good shot? Does he revert back to what happened in the last fight? Or does he fight through it and do what he has to do to win this fight? It's not so much what Ruiz does, because Ruiz can come in the fight. We know the draw, he's coming to fight, just like he did the first fight. He shocked the people. if he lost his fight, he still hit the lottery. Trust me, he's making a great deal of money. And not saying that they're gonna lose it, but I'm saying if he loses, he still wins. If Joshua loses, where does he go from there? So everything really hinges on what Joshua does. So the pressure's on him. It's not on Ruiz. So it depends on what Joshua does. And can he weather the storm? If he gets hit with a good shot this time, or will he revert back to what happened in the last fight? That's the biggest question mark.
Were you aware that out in England after the first fight, there was a lot of calls for Joshua to change the trainer at the time?
Actually, you know, there was, because my name was thrown in the hat, and you know, my thing was, if I had gotten the call that way, not to get rid of the trainers, these guys, you don't need to do that. Keep them around, but just let me do my job and teach him what he needs to be taught to win this fight. You know, he might be, it depends on, was Joshua teachable for that fight? A lot of fighters, you know, they don't want to listen. They get to a certain stage, they don't really want to listen. So, if he was teachable, okay, now did they teach him or did he let them teach him? Were they capable of teaching him? So there's a lot of variables that just might be answered for this fight or might not be answered. You know, I heard that Joshua was in Miami for a while just partying before the fight, just having a good time. So there's a lot of things that might went on that we don't know about, and they might be rumors. You know, so you have to ask yourself, are his trainers, are they really teachers? Can they teach him what he needs to know to become a better fighter or not? But if he doesn't get rid of them and he's happy with them, then stay with them and see if they can teach you better for this second fight, or listen, get off your butt and do what you need to do for yourself to win this second fight. There's a lot of different things that go into it, so we can't really say.
You know, a lot of people out there are saying that Deontay Wilder is the baddest man on the planet. In your humble opinion, is he better than Fury? Is he better than AJ? Is he better than Underwhelming Jr.? Is he better than Dylan White?
I'll tell you what, right now.
What are you saying, Coach? What are you saying, Coach?
Right now, you have to give him the #1 ranking, because he's knocking out everybody that you put in front of him. But Fury, he's a decent fighter, but he pity pats. He does his thing.
Yeah. So you don't think he's an incredible fighter? It's just he's decent.
No, I think he's very good. He's very good at what he does. He's not overwhelming. If you fought Wilder and Wilder just did a couple of things differently, cut the ring off, did a few things differently this time, Wilder's gonna knock him out in the rematch, because Wilder already proved he has a greater power. He's proven that, and he believes in his power. He's not the best boxer. Listen, he is not the best boxer around. Not technically, he's not. But he believes in his right hand, and when he throws it, it has bad intentions written all over it. And when he hits you with it, he knocks you out. The second fight with Ortiz, I like Ortiz, but he's just old.
Yeah.
They won't admit it, but he's old. If you watch
is he really 40 or is he older than that?
Well, listen, from my experience in all the years as an amateur fighter, as a pro with the Cuban fighters, they're always 5 or 6 years older than they say they are, and that's just from the government. Years ago, you know, when they were fighting, they would get their guys in the Olympics. The government would put the age back. So a lot of good fighters they had that they were kind of young for the Olympics, they push the age up. I don't know, push it back so they can, you know, actually they push it back. So these good fighters could fight for the Olympics 2-3 times. If you watch the fight, Ortiz looked old. His movement wasn't as good. You can see time's catching up with him. And when he hit the right hand, hey, it was over. Good fighter, but just his time is come and gone, really. But to answer your question, Wilder is #1. He's #1 because he believes in his power, and he's knocking guys out. After that, you can give Fury 2, Ruiz 3, and Joshua 4 because of their last fight.
Would you make a Bob Arum's statement that Wilder is a shit boxer and all he's got is a right hand? I mean, you more or less said that, but would you make that comment in particular?
I would never put it like that, because this Wilder can fight. You know, he's not the best. If you put him 1 through 10 in the heavyweight division and say who's the best boxer, he's gonna be about number 6 or 5, boxing wise. That's just pure boxing, not punching power. You know, it goes back to what I said earlier. You have to ask yourself, Is he coachable? Is he teachable in the gym? Or is he just happy with what he has now? Because, you know, Mark Breeden is a good friend of mine and a hell of an amateur fighter himself and pro. Mark knows the game. Is Wilder allowing these guys to teach him how to become a better fighter? Is he happy where he's at now with his power? And does he want to does he just want to do what he has to do now with that? I don't know. I'm not in his camp. But there's room for him to still grow. But as his boxing goes right now, he's the best in the heavyweight division because he believes everything he says. He believes and he proves it when he hits you with that right hand. He set up Ortiz real nice with the right hand. He threw it a few times and he barely missed. But he just lined that bad boy up. When he had the right one, it was over. So he's, you know, could he be better skilled? Yes, but that depends on what he wants to do.
As a New Year's resolution, when are we going to see you make up with Sergey Kovalev?
Huh? Whose New Year's resolution is that? It's not mine. Listen, let me say this to you. I have no. I don't wish bad on anybody. That's not my thing. When he got knocked out, everybody said, "Did you watch?" I said, "No. I have no interest in him. I'm not going to train him." But I tell the fans this: from the time I left him, he's gone downhill. Now he said the American trainers couldn't teach him. He went and got a Russian coach and got whooped, got knocked out. Who did he hire when he got back? An American trainer, Buddy McGirt. So he's full of crap. Let me stop. I almost said something bad word there. He's full of crap. He always has an excuse when he loses the fight. Every fight, he's not man enough to just say, you know what, maybe I'm not doing what I need to do to win these fights. He's blaming everybody else. Now he's blaming Canelo, talking about that he had too many different stipulations in the contract. No, you just listen. You deceived the public because you were hurt before the fight. You took the money and ran. You're just a greedy, selfish person. That's your, you know, be a man and just tell people, you know what, I'm not the fighter I used to be. That's all it is. You know, quit making excuses for all this and that. Man, listen, you're done. I told when the fight was first announced, I said Canelo picked him because he's the weakest link in the light heavyweight division of the champions. Now, let me say this to you: if he wants to come back and prove himself, fight better be up. That's what I'm pushing to fight. Fight better be up. Listen, better be will clean his clock. I bet he won't fight better be up. For what? You're gonna get knocked out.
Right, it's really very interesting. I'd like to thank the man himself, John David Jackson, out in Saudi. Pep Talk. Like, share, comment, subscribe. My guy.
And thank you very much. I appreciate the time. Always a good interview. Brother's good.
Thank you.